So a year ago today, I quit my full-time job as a financial advisor and I began my land buying business. I have done about 20 deals year to date, gross sales of about 300,000 and a net profit of a little over $140,000, all doing vacant land deals. There's a lot on the internet about that right now. And so I want to do a little case study of the deals that I've done and show you what I've been able to do in the last year or so with a couple of land deals and a brief walkthrough of what those have looked like and how land investing works. So, land investing is basically a way to you're basically buying property that has had zero improvement. There's been no improvements on it. There's no water necessarily. There's no wells necessarily. There's no house definitely. You're looking for totally raw, vacant land, and you're trying to buy it at 20 to 30% of its market value, if not less, and flip it to the next guy for the difference. So you want to try to buy it if it's $100,000 property, you want to buy it for 20 or 30, and you want to sell it for 70, 80, 90, and make the difference there. Can this be done? Yes, absolutely. It can be done. Is it a lot of work? Yes, absolutely. There is no secret sauce to land buying other than finding deals, getting on the phone with people, and talking to them about their properties. There are a lot of gurus on the market, and I do not want to be a guru. I have no desire to be a guru. I just want to show you what I've been able to do in the last 12 months to make about 140,000 net profit after the cost of the land and things like that, working maybe 20, 25 hours a week in my basement. So if that's what you're interested in, this video is for you. If not, you can move on to the next guy. So I want to show you real quick the first text message I received to begin my land deals. I sent out a text through a software that I use called Launch Control. They are an amazing software. They usually have a lot of home buyers or home investors that are using their service, but I'm using it for land. Works the same. It is great. I sent a text on October the 20th, and I have it right here. I sent a text on October the 20th to this owner. I said, "Hey, did you get my letter about your property?" And he said, "Yes, 12,000 cash, buyer pays all closing costs." Wow. Okay. He went right out of the gate and said, "Here's what I want for this property." The next question you have to ask is when you start getting responses is, okay, that's what they want. What's it worth? I don't know what it's worth right out of the gate, right? A market is created based off of what is selling in the area. So you have to find what's selling in and around that area in order to know if what is being offered or asked for that property is a deal or not. How do you do that? Great tool called Zillow, absolutely free. You can do all of your market research. So I was searching on Zillow and looking at his property, and I'll show it to you here. It was a giant mountain. This property is literally the half side of a mountain. It started right about here and went down around this little area. So it was 9.1 acres, and the rest of the about 2%, maybe 20% was usable. The rest was a mountain. So when I started doing my research, though, I noticed that the property right next door to it was for sale, listed for sale for $60,000. So in my head, I was like, okay, well, there's my market. If I'm buying this for 12 and the next door neighbor has it for 60, I have to at least come in below that and still try to make a profit. So I got it under contract as soon as I can. I sent him over a purchase agreement and said, "Hey man, I will do this property. I need you to be at 9,000 though." He came down to 9, wanted to get it sold. He'd inherited it, didn't want anything to do with it. So I was like, great. I went and did my research. I contacted a realtor, got a hold of someone that was familiar with the area, that had done land deals in the area and knew it. Had her go and check it out. And she's like, "Austin, I will be honest with you. This property is half of a mountain. It's a good property. It's a good looking property. It's really pretty, but it's going to take the right kind of buyer." That does happen in land investing. So you have to be aware of that. So I was like, okay, this is my first deal. 9 grand's not going to break the bank. Let's do it. So I went and got the loan for 9,000 that I needed. I used a home equity line of credit, did the purchase, did the transaction, posted it on Facebook Marketplace. That has been my best friend. In 20 deals, I have found 8. I've had pretty much every buyer come from Facebook Marketplace. It's a great way to market your properties. Posted it on there. Guy reached out. He was a geologist and wanted to put, out of all things, he wanted to put an observation deck on the top side of the mountain. So I was like, sure, let's do it. 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, I sold it to him for $30,000 after a full in price of about 12. So I had a $17,000 profit once all the realtor fees and everything came out. So that was my first deal right out of the gate. Had no clue what I was doing, but ever since then, I have been hooked and I've been finding deal after deal after deal, just being consistent in my land buying. I have started taking on students. I have a student right now that just got his first deal under contract for 12,000. Had a realtor that was willing to pre-market the property and found a buyer at 40. They're working on closing right now as we speak. Land works. It is a lot of work, but if you do it right, if you find the right coach, if you find the right system, an area that you can literally change your financial life. I made twice this year what I made last year, net, gross, whatever it looks like. I made more money working half the time. And so I want to show you what a land deal looks like, what it kind of sounds like, and just go from there. It is a great market to get involved with. So if you're looking for a coach, let me know, like and subscribe and share these videos if this is interesting to you, because I will be putting out more content very soon.